In this video, we will look at problem 901 from Leetcode. So here is the problem statement. Pause this video and try to come up with your own solution before we look at my solution together. Okay, so this time I just wrote it on my iPad and airdrop those PDF files onto my Keynote. So yeah, just to save time. But anyway, let's get to the problem. So we will be using this example. This example, so 180, 60, 70, 60, 75, 85. So we will be using that. So the first thing that you have to do is, well, you can try the naive approach. It is just, when we are given sequentially those numbers, like 100 and then 80 and then 60, what we can do is create a list and just call that list nums, and then whenever we are given a new number, we can traverse backward to count the span. Span means the span is this one. Span is this. It's the maximum number of consecutive days that is for which the stock price was less than or equal to today's price. So if you have 75, if we are on this guy, then we have what we have for span, including this number itself. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's the span for number 75. So what we can do is we can create a list, and then we can just traverse backward to count the span. But then this one is not very efficient, right? What would be the worst case time complexity for this? So that is the naive approach, and you want to improve from this approach. So the optimized approach is, the key part is we do want to reduce the computational cost of calculating the span, right? So how should we do this? Well, instead of writing a single number and appending that to our list, we can append something like span and price. So in other words, our nums will be something like this, where we have basically a list of lists, and so for each element we have the first number will refer to the span of this current price. In other words, the first element for nums will be something like 1, 100, meaning that the span for this 100 will be 1, and then the next one will be 1, 80. This means that for 80, that is the price for the second number, the span is 1, and then for the third element we have 1, 60, and then the fourth we have 2, 70. So yeah, and then here I wrote span for each of these numbers. So 111, 2146. So suppose we are at 70. So we are given this 70. So we would have something like this. Nums would be like this. So 3 elements so far. And then for the current price of 70, we have, what we can do is we can compare the last element's price. So there will be nums of -1, 1. So that will be 60. And if the current price is greater than or equal to the last element's price, then we do update our the answer variable. So we initialize our ans so ans variable equal to 1, and then this is something that we will return whenever we invoke, say, what is it? This method, next method. So if this is true, then we increment our answer variable by this much. So then in that case, after that we are at here, and then we can also look at the next one. I mean the previous one, meaning this guy. And notice that since current price of 70 is not greater than or equal to 80, so we stop, and then we just return answer. And then we also have to append 2, 70 to our nums. So our nums list will have this new element here. And then we are looking at this one, 60. So we are given 60 and it is not greater than 70. So we just return answer equal to 1, and we append 1, 60. But and then the next one we have 75. Now for 75, that is greater than 60, so we update our answer variable by this much. So this nums of -1, 0 will be this guy 1. And then we have to look at the previous number to this, and we are looking at 70 here. 75 is still greater than 70, so we add this number 2 to our answer variable. So our answer variable right now is 4. Now we do not go to this guy, because if you look at here, our span was 2. So what we can do is we can just look at this guy instead of this. But 75 is not greater than or equal to 80, so we return our answer variable and we append 2, 70. So that is slightly improved version of the naive approach, but then it is still not good enough, right? Actually, this one works, but it is prone to making more errors. So what is the better approach? Well, we noticed that when we are at here, we don't even need to think about this guy, right? So we can just a while loop, and then we can use stack. So whenever we have the topmost numbers price is less than or equal to current price, we can pop the topmost element, update our answer variable, and then we can work on the second topmost number. And then if this if statement doesn't hold, then we exit the while loop and we return the answer, as well as appending our like this list to our nums lists. So this is the code for that this better approach. So here I initialize a list called nums, and then our answer variable is initialized to be 1. So this is our local variable. We have a while loop, and we have a while loop here. So yeah, basically, so we are updating our answer variable, and then we pop the topmost number, topmost list, and then we keep doing it until until either one of these is false. Then we exit the while loop and we append the new list here. So answer will be whatever number we get from like this part. It can also be just 1, when our nums list is empty. And then we also append price, and then we return the answer. So that is for this problem, and let's run this code, see what we get. Okay, so here is the code for this problem, and let's run this together. Okay, so that is for this problem. If my video helps you guys understanding this problem, please give me thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.